Welcome to Adacado's Quick Start videos. In our earlier sessions, we covered how to set up your account and how to build static ads. Now we'll demonstrate how easy it is to create and launch your own dynamic product ads. In this video, we're going to go over 3 simple steps: how to create an advertiser, create a campaign, and create and launch our dynamic ads. Let's get started by logging into the Adacado system. In the Adacado system, you'll see the blue Advertiser menu in the top header. I can click on this to create a new advertiser. Now we're going to set up a company called Pine Wines, which is a winery. And I'm going to select retail as the business type because they're selling their products. And I'm going to select alcohol as the subtype because they are a winery. Now they are located at 456 Redwood Road in the United States, in California, and they happen to be in the beautiful city of Napa. Click Save. And there we go, we've created our advertiser. Now, we're going to be setting up our campaign, and you'll see there are 4 indicators up here that will guide us along the process as we set up the campaign. First step is we're going to give this a name, as we'll call this our Pine Wines remarketing campaign. Now, the next step is asking for the objective of this campaign. And the objective helps define what our ads will display. Our plan is to remarket to viewers that have been on the Pine Wines website and have the ads display the wines that the user looked at when they were on the site. So I'm going to choose last viewed as my logic choice. I scroll down, we have the media controls. And this defines how many ads I'm going to serve and how much I'm going to spend on a daily basis. You'll see there are controls to turn things on or off in terms of buying on certain days. I can make adjustments to the time schedule of when my ads will be served. And additionally, I can select how many ads I actually want to serve on a given day. So if I make any adjustments, you'll see that this updates my daily budget amount here, and all of this totals down to give me a weekly total here as well. Now I'm going to leave it at the default of 1,000 ads per day, but the 2 things actually I want to change is to select the United States only because I don't want to advertise in any other countries, and on the languages I want to make sure I'm advertising only to English users. Okay, I'm happy with those settings, so I'm going to go up to the top, save and continue. Now this is where we set up the advertiser's data feed to pull in all the different products or wines into the Adacado system. There are several different ways that data feeds can be set up in the system, and you can check out one of our regular webinars or our support documentation pages if you want to explore all those details. For today, I'm going to demonstrate one of the easiest and most common methods. So to start with, I'm going to select create the products for this campaign. And now it's asking where should we get your data feed. I'm going to choose HTTPS, which is really just a fancy way of saying the URL of a website or a hosted location. Now, here we have the Pine Wines data feed. It's actually just a simple Google sheet that they maintain. It has all the information on the different wines, the prices, the names, etc. And you can see all that detail. So I'm just going to copy that URL of the Google sheet and paste it into this field and click Fetch Sample. You'll see the system has pulled all that information in, and now it's asking, tell us about your data, how is it delimited? Now, almost always it's going to be comma delimited, or CSV for comma separated values. So that's always going to be my first choice. And you can see that what's happened is the system has recognized that data structure and has started the mapping process. All of these little boxes here represent the different parameters in the Adacado database. And down here, you see a representation of the data feed that we just pulled in. And our system has mapped all those parameters to the right fields. So you can see product ID is already in the product ID column, category to category, title, price, etc. So if I want to make an edit or there's something that I feel is incorrect, I can always click on the little delete icon, and it's just simple drag and drop, as you can see. But everything is set up just the way I want it. So the only other thing I need to do now is look at the scheduling. Because wines can go in and out of stock, new wines can come in, prices can change, that type of thing. We want to make sure that the product ads are in sync with the actual products that are really available and any updates that might happen. So this is where the scheduling comes into play. Now I know that the Pine Wines people update their data feed every day at 12 o'clock noon. So I'm going to set our system to pull their data feed at 12:05. So we'll make sure we grab the data after they've updated on their side. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to scroll back up to the top, save and continue. And now we get to the fun part of the creative design. Now the theme library has many pre-existing design themes that I can choose and customize. There are a few themes at the top that are intended for static ads, and they say basic no feed in the description that you see just underneath. However, the rest of the themes are intended for dynamic product ads, and that's what we're building. So I'm going to scroll down and just have a look at some of these until something catches my eye. I like the look of this Modena theme, so I'm going to click on the icon and select that one. You can see it's starting the process of saving the theme into my campaign. It'll just be a second before we go to the editor page. And here we go. Now, the system has already pulled in the product information from the data feed, and I can see that is being presented in my theme set. However, I do need to replace these placeholder assets like the Modena logo and some of the other things that I might want to customize. So over on the left-hand side here, I'm going to click down here and choose company logo. This is where I'm going to upload my Pine Wines logo. Perfect. And I might make a couple of other changes. For example, the call to action button, I want that to say shop now instead of buy now. And for the promotional text, I want that to be free delivery on orders over $100. Perfect. Okay. Now I can just scroll up. I'm happy with everything that I see there. I can scroll up to the top, hit the Save All and Continue button. Congratulations, our campaign has been built. All I need to do is turn it on now and hit the Close button. Now what will happen is that the ads are going to go through an automated creative approval process, which could take up to 24 hours before they go live and start serving. However, at any time, you can always preview your ads with this shareable preview link. I can click on this, and this gives me a live look at the way the ads are actually being displayed with all the dynamic products coming into them. Now, because this is a remarketing campaign, there is one final step. We'll need to have this Adacado remarketing pixel deployed onto the advertiser's website, onto all the product pages. So I'm going to copy this code and send this to the folks over at Pine Wines and have them put it onto their website. Okay, congratulations. It's that simple. We've just completed our first dynamic product ad build, so go try it for yourself at Adacado today.